Hello everyone, this is Unit 13 here on scene at the homestead. This is update 25 of the Vermicompost experiment. We're in bin number 2 on October the 29th. Here it is on November 16th. Digging around in here just to see what the state of decomposition is and how much they're consuming of those large avocados, which is almost all of it. Also of note, when I opened that bin up and then removed all the cardboard, which I'll show at the end of this bin 2 segment here, there was a lot of moisture coming out of there. So the moisture is building back up, although it doesn't look like it where that dirt's still dry up in the upper left-hand corner there. There are no foul odors, no insects or lizards that don't belong in there. I still don't see any spiders crawling around, so the last lizard that was in there wiped them out pretty good. We have a bin temperature of 72.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Ambient conditions are 72 degrees. Humidity is 56%. I'm going to feed all these avocados that we have left here that just can't be eaten. That's the beauty of living in the tropics. There's usually more that you can eat or preserve here, especially with things like avocados that can't be stored. Also, in this video, I mentioned last time that I was going to add moisture into the bins, and that's what I'm doing here. I try to recreate what I think might be an average rainfall. So I add quite a bit of water to try and get it to drain through. You can hear the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport in the background there. They are just southeast of us, approximately a couple miles. It's kind of a little bit of a long segment here, but for those who don't have experience working in these bins, I want you to see how much water that I'm adding. I'm adding quite a bit of water so that it gets pretty moist in there. And don't forget that these bins all have drainage holes in the bottom, and then one bin set into the next to catch that drainage. Switching over to one of those pump garden sprayers. The one I was just using developed a leak and all the water ran out really fast on me. This one, as well as the other one, gets filled up with either bottled water, or if I use city water, I'll let it set for approximately 48 to 72 hours in order for the chloramines or whatever they're using at the city to disinfect the water with to gas off. That way I don't kill off any of the biological activity going on inside the bin. And here's the segment I'm speaking of where showing you how I like to put the cardboard in on these bins. This is just I'm just gonna show you bin 2 here. Put it in, that's it. Bin number 3, this is back on October the 29th. Switching over to November 16th. There are no foul odors, no unwanted insects or lizards. When I opened the bin, there was humidity buildup in there, but it wasn't quite the same as bin 2. The ambient temperature is 72 degrees, 56% humidity, with a bin temperature of 72.5. Let me help that little fella down back in there. There you go. Come on. Back down in there. There you go. Alright, I'm going to water this bin same way as the other one. Going to drench it. Hopefully I can get the moisture built up back into those potato skins. That's part of the reason I want to do this. I'd like to keep everything in there moist so it does decompose, because those potato skins will stick around for quite a while if they don't have that moisture built up in them. Also of note, I mentioned the last time that there were some of these insects in there that I wasn't seeing before. I thought they'd all disappeared, but they're back. Those little white specks that run around in there. And then I don't see any of the other ones that are the little long kind of squirrely ones in there. But they're back. I think it had everything to do with the temperatures and that moisture level in there. It really does make a difference. Boy, I can't think of anything else for this bin. So what I'm going to do is close this one out with high-speed feeding of mostly avocados, the same as I was doing in bin 2. I usually split whatever waste I have between both bins. That way everybody gets a fair share. That's all for update 25 of the Vermicompost experiment. This is Unit 13. I'm out.